In Great Britain, a great Tory rebellion is brewing. The plot basically is to replace the Prime Minister Rishi Sunak ahead of the upcoming general election. For weeks now, we've been keeping you on top of the developments, but the developments from the last 1 week confirm that Rishi Sunak is in trouble. A double trouble, in fact. Not only has his party just suffered 2 resounding by-election defeats, a conspiracy is being hatched by some members of his party to remove him. Let's not forget, Britain fell into recession at the end of last year. And this undermines one of Sunak's 5 core promises that he would fix the UK's growth. And so as the troubles continue to mount, can Sunak turn things around? Or will the Tory rebels cause another party coup? Let's break this down for you. Reports say that behind the scenes in Westminster, Sunak's colleagues, even the most publicly loyal ones, are in full campaign mode. Not for the general election, but for a competition within the Conservative Party. You see, they all want to be the next Prime Minister and they all see Rishi Sunak as a thorn in the flesh. They are all trying to put on a charm offensive, trying to do whatever they can to win favours. It's like a soap opera playing out. It's all very dramatic. Last Monday, Secretary of State for Business and Trade, Kemi Badenoch, held a get-together for Conservative MPs. More than 60 gathered in her office for the launch of a document outlining how Brexit had been a success. Now, reports say that those present included Badenoch's allies, Brexiteer MPs and several others. In attendance was Penny Mordaunt, the leader of the Commons and the likely candidate to take on Badenoch in the next leadership contest. Yes, at this point, I am talking about the contest within the Tories and not the contest for the general election. You see, they are all trying to determine who will succeed Sunak as the Tory leader if he fails to win the upcoming national election. It's like they already know that they will lose the polls, and so they have given up in a way. They'd rather save themselves than the party, let alone the country. But I digress. Let's just get back to the Tory rebellion. Here's a list of the leaders eyeing the Tory throne. First up, Kemi Badenoch. As mentioned earlier, she hosted a get-together at her office, which was really a way to test the waters. She is the Business and Trade Secretary, like I said. Kemi is being seen as the front-runner to succeed Rishi Sunak. At last year's Conservative Party conference, she passionately told the members to stop playing fantasy politics and start focusing on Labour. Her speech resulted in shouts of Kemi for PM. Some of those plotting to depose Sunak see her as the most viable candidate to take over. She says she has no such intentions. She has even told the rebel plotters, stop messing around and get behind the leader. But you must know, Kemi consistently comes out as the favourite cabinet minister in the polls of the Tory members. And what's more, she has not ruled out a run at the top job. She says you never really know until you are in the moment. Our next candidate, Penny Mordaunt, the leader of the House of Commons, she may be one of the most junior cabinet ministers, but her supporters believe she would come through the middle in any leadership contest triggered by Sunak's downfall. She has a higher public profile and approval rating. After Boris Johnson's downfall, in fact, Penny was one of the most popular candidates with Tory activists. All the Tory leaders vying to take over, Penny is not even hiding it. Reports say she is constantly in the tea room, meaning she is courting MPs in case Sunak falls. She has told several people in private, in fact, that the party should not rule out a change in leadership before the election. She says she does not support a change in leader, but reports say she is getting ready for that probability. Next up, Suella Braverman. Her explosive departure from government last year set her up as the most obvious challenger to Rishi Sunak. She has mocked Sunak. She has called him weak and lacking in basic leadership qualities. She has even accused him of betraying the country. Reports say she fundamentally believes in leadership change. Since leaving office, she has written several articles for the Daily Telegraph, which is considered as the house journal of the Conservative Party. This week, she wrote that Islamists, extremists and anti-Semites were now running Britain. Could she replace Rishi Sunak is the question. Reports indicate she cannot. The others are much better placed than her to win over fellow MPs. Still, she seems like a challenger. But perhaps the most surprising entry on this list is Grant Shapps, the Defence Secretary. Reports say that while Grant has conspicuously been loyal to the Prime Minister, in private, he has been networking intensively. This includes regular drinks in his ministerial office with colleagues interested in defence. They are calling these sessions schnapps with Shapps. What's more, a WhatsApp group that was created in 2022 for his bid to replace Boris Johnson has been rebooted, and the name of this group is Shapps Leadership Action Plan. Reports say he also has a spreadsheet. It is meant to track engagement with colleagues. All this hard work to see if he has a chance to replace Sunak. Well, they say keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. And in Sunak's case, he does not even need to work in that direction because his friends are working harder. To his credit, he has calmed the markets after Liz Truss, but he has found it rather difficult to develop policies that can recharge Britain's growth. And as far as the people of Britain are concerned, Sunak has failed. He promised to cut the inflation rate in half, reduce public debt, stop the flow of boats across the channel and cut waiting times at hospitals. He has failed as far as all of these promises are concerned, except reducing inflation. But the Bank of England deserves credit for that one. So now the question emerges, can Rishi Sunak win the upcoming election, or will he be ousted by his scheming friends even before the public decides? We will have to wait and watch for that. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.